think I ain't ready. I'm ready.
Let's go. What we have here, another one. Just sit tight, baby. Let me show you some. I'll be the seed that you need. You're the only one, and that only adds up.
Yo, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome black.
Welcome back to the Jointed Podcast. And our intro goes like this. We've been appointed for this. We may bend,
but never break.
We've been jointed for this. Welcome back to the Jointed Podcast with Shay and Denz. And this is episode whichever. It also depends on what in what order you watch them in. This could be episode 1. But as far as chronological ordering on our behalf, I don't know. Maybe it'll be in the edit somewhere. Possibly. But tonight, because it's not day.
Yeah, we just came back from my uncle's retirement party.
Did you not know for 2 seconds?
Yeah, I didn't. I forgot what it was called. I was like, what was it? So yeah, we just came back from our uncle, or my uncle, what's the name? Retirement party.
Celebration. Yeah.
Yep, a 28
years?
28 years?
23 or 28?
20 something. That's how much we was paying attention.
I think it was 28.
Yeah, so we supposed to upload it. Well, today is Saturday, the day that we're recording. It's supposed to be uploaded earlier today or yesterday, but we had a long weekend somehow, some way. So yeah, it's gonna be uploaded a little late, but you guys will get it this weekend, next week.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so today's video, because he still wants to put out some type of content for you guys, is gonna be me asking Denzel, my husband, what was it called? Oh, asking questions that girls are too afraid to ask guys. You ready?
I'm always ready.
All right. So, let's see. It's gonna be probably a short video, but
She says short video, but I'm looking at the list of questions.
don't look in here.
I can't necessarily see what's written, but it looks like a lot.
It's not a lot. It's just really, I'm not asking you all. It's going to be a series of about 10 questions. Maybe a bonus. Let me see. This looks so big. All right. Oh, so I'll just ask you this. Do men mind hairy legs and stretch marks?
Stretch marks, it's nothing you can do about stretch marks. But that would be considered not answering the question, right? Hairy legs, I would say, yeah. We would mind that. That's like a trademark of men. It's not necessarily attractive to us overall. And stretch marks, I would say preferably no. Some people would like it. I'm not one of those, but I am one of the people who's like, if it's there, we can't make it disappear. So hairy legs we can make disappear, not the whole leg.
Oh,
don't be getting rid of your wife's leg.
Okay,
but something can be done about that. So we could just be like,
yeah, I don't think stretch marks is like a big deal. They're like cute little tiger marks. I don't have
3D.
I don't have none.
3D tiger marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hairy legs. I have hairy legs sometimes.
I know.
They bother you?
Not all the way.
They don't bother you.
It is a little, how can I say? Not fun exactly.
My legs don't get really hairy though. My legs not like yours.
On your leg, and then I brush my finger across your leg, and you feel the little.
It's not like the spikes.
Sometimes it's
like when it's growing back.
Yeah, sometimes it's.
My legs don't get that hairy though.
For it, not fun or whatever. All right, let's not get weird.
Yeah.
Next question.
You're doing too much, sir. Anyway, so when do guys get out of the street phase?
Oh, we ain't never leave the streets.
What are you talking about?
We ain't never leave these streets.
When do guys get out of the street phase?
That's a hard question because it depends. There's a lot of people who like 50 and not out the streets.
Word. Too old, like somebody.
People
Granddad
40,
still
so-
acting like a child.
Yeah. I think we leave the streets when we realize that the streets aren't good for us.
So
However long that takes to understand. Once you reach a certain maturity, if you reach that maturity,
it
is
just
when
rises.
you out of the streets. But then there's also a thing like you still have loyalties to some people and all of this, and you don't necessarily know how to get out. That could be a thing that keeps you there, or if you have just like, there are a lot of variables that go into it. But ultimately, I think it's that when you reach a certain level of maturity, if you reach a certain level of maturity.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have nothing to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was good. It's like, nah.
Thank you very much.
Can a guy tell when a girl is like confident in their looks? Like, do you get the question? I feel like it's clear.
It's probably too clear because I instantly think of like conceited girls who think they good, too good to be.
No, but like you don't
spoken
think. Well, really?
to. Yeah, there was plenty of that.
But no,
back
like
in school.
you can't tell if a girl is confident. If like if she's confident in her looks, like if she dressed the way she dressed, like she knows what she's wearing, like yeah, I know I look nice. Like I don't need you to tell me I look nice.
Oh yeah, like one of those girls who just like
They just walk with their head.
it doesn't
head
matter
held.
what other people say.
Yeah. Not ones who walk around like, oh, I'm pretty. Like, not.
That was you in school?
No.
So,
What? Far from it. I'm the most humblest person anybody will ever meet.
She's working on it.
I am.
It's like, nah. I think so. Yeah.
You gonna elaborate?
I can recall people in high school who were like that. They didn't necessarily dress extravagant or necessarily dress like Amish, I guess you could say.
What?
They were like somewhere in the spectrum, but they weren't at like any extremes, and it was like, this is completely okay. If you throw jokes, it's whatever. I look how I look, and I like how I look. Like I've seen that in school also. It's like the girls who are like low key.
Low key.
As far as like they don't try to draw attention to themselves.
Oh, you mean like low key as a person overall?
Yeah.
But they were still confident.
Like they're not running away from it, attention, but they're not devising ways to gain attention.
Yeah.
And that shows a confidence.
Yeah.
Also in like who they are, not even just like how they look.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like look, not just like clothes, but like
Demeanor.
yeah, demeanor, like who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like big, you know. I just want to make sure I ask you. I don't want to ask you
What?
heavy questions. I want to ask you something that's like still light. All right. How do you know if he's loyal?
The question that a female would be asking.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, how do you know if he's loyal? Well, yeah, that would be something that comes up in like a girl having interest in one of my friends and then asking me like, how are they? Or whatever. And then
So the question is basically saying like, you as a guy, before me and you got together, how do you know if he's a trash man or if he's loyal? Like, how would I have known if you were a loyal person if you were trash?
Okay, so you should
like,
ask, the question should have been rephrased. How does a female know when a man is loyal?
Well, yeah.
How does a female know if a man is loyal?
I
thought you were saying like a female directly asking that question.
No.
Okay.
Like, how does any female know if a man is loyal?
Okay, I was thinking that because it was like, it's from the premise of a list of questions females are too scared to ask.
Well, yeah,
But
that
seems
was
like
the
a
question that was in the list, so I just picked that one.
Okay.
But I got the context of how they was asking it.
Okay, yeah. All right, so let's get to the question. I mean, to the answer of this question.
Yeah.
Finally.
Please.
So I would think that she knows he is a loyal guy if he's always shown a consistent character around her. If that consistent character continues in how you see he is around his friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, you would be, like, you would come chill with me and I was one way, and then my friends would be around also sometimes. You see, like, my behavior towards you didn't change either.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a sign. How do other people speak about his character? You're looking for consistency in character, which shows that the guy is what was the word? It was trustworthy? Loyal. Yeah. Also, observe how loyal he is to his friends. This is considering that you're around enough to witness these things.
Yeah, what if they not, what if like, you know, go to their, like, I guess this is a different question. Like, what if she's never around a family? Or like, he never brings her around a family? Does that matter?
I mean, if he never brings her around the family, how long are they going out, or is she just interested?
Well, what if they're this almost like you? Well, I'm assuming if somebody asks if he's loyal, they're about to start going out, and like they want to know, like we getting close, or they just started going out. So I guess you're saying like if it's like meeting a family, they would probably be going out already.
Yeah, you're not meeting the family most likely if you're not going out.
I mean,
unless y'all just really like close friends.
I think
like
I
that.
met your mom right after we started going out.
Oh, you thought you was meeting my mom before that?
Get out of here.
Oh my goodness.
I knew your mom already. It didn't even matter.
Apparently you knew my whole family.
Didn't even matter.
I'm like, hey, babe, I'd like to introduce you. Yeah, this your sister. I'm like, what in the world? How do you know?
Oh, please. Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. So, if you didn't know, quick fun fact, Shayla's a FBI.
No, I'm not. Every girl's FBI, if that's the case.
Nah, you FBI.
No, every girl is,
You
if
legit.
that's the case. All right, so this is the question we was actually talking about earlier. Why do men act nonchalant about their feelings?
Pass.
What?
Next question.
What? Answer the question.
Why do we act nonchalant? First off, I think, and I've had this conversation before. I spoke to you a little bit about it. I've had this conversation with my friend before. A lot of the times the world looks at it like problems that men have is like, just get over it, bro. Like, man up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it creates a mentality like, I can express this, but they're not really gonna care. So I might as well not. Or I might as well even like make ourselves not care because we feel like nobody else would. It's there's something, right? So my favorite team in basketball is Miami Heat. We didn't do so good this year, but it's all good. So one thing Jimmy Butler always said to the interpreters, to the interviewers, they would ask him stuff, and certain questions he wouldn't answer. He'd just be like, but nobody cares, so we could just like move on. Like, I could say, but nobody's gonna care. Like, I'll be alright. basically saying like you only care about basketball. As long as I'm playing basketball, like everything is cool. But if it's something else, you're wondering how I'm feeling about an injury or something mentally, it's like he's like, you just don't care. It's all right. So that's kind of like the mentality that we take overall as men. Is like we carry the load, and we're not meant to
express it.
Have someone else carry a load for us. I would say is the main.
So you consider that somebody else carrying a load for you if you express your feelings?
Excuse me. Would I say that? Well, yeah, because then it's like you're sharing a burden. I've been carrying this. This thing is so heavy, and I just want to express how heavy it is. Here, hold this.
Well.
And then it's like, oh man, this is heavy. Here, take this back. I don't want this.
I don't know if it's necessary. It depends on what it is. Men are usually just nonchalant about everything. Everything is not.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Not everything.
I think a lot of stuff, yeah. Is like, especially if it's like your spouse and they want to be a help, why would you not allow them to help?
There's like a shell or like leveling that has to get pierced through first before you get through all of that. Because like throughout most of life, you've been building it up.
Yeah, but
building a protection up, and then it takes time to undo that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what is, like, in your mind, what is it, like, oh, I'm not going to express it, because you just said you don't want it to be a burden. I'm not talking about the levels of you expressing it. I'm talking about, you said you don't want to put your burden on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, why would you not want help, is what I'm asking you.
It's coming basically from the belief, like, nobody really cares.
But I'm saying, when somebody do care and they want to know and they want to help,
you question it.
Are you not?
Because you question it. Is this genuine?
So you're saying it's going to
take
for you to break all the layers. So how long does it take for that to be broken?
Whatever.
What?
But
no, but yeah, I think that's...
You also have like the thought in the back of your head, like, if I share this vulnerable thing, when she's angry, is she gonna load up her gun with what I told her and shoot me with it?
That's like what we was watching earlier too, and Everything Is We, on the podcast, and I lost my train of thought that quick. When she was it her or was it him? Oh, and they talking about black women.
Oh, that they're a little harsh.
Yeah, we all just been damaged.
Well, shout out to my boys. They know who they are. They be like, look there. And then you look and they be like, damage.
What? Well, yeah. They're saying how, which is true. Little, black women are a little bit harsh. And sometimes just be ready for, like, war. Not necessarily war, but men too. I think the black men, I don't know about other races, so I can't speak about other races, but I can speak about what I see in the black community overall. The men and women. I
can speak about all races. I've been in all communities, especially Japanese communities.
I'm talking about in relationships.
Say, nah, I'm playing.
What? You know, in Japanese communities. But yeah, that's a whole other topic. Anyway, so
next question, please.
Get out of here. So, for instance, all right, ladies sometimes say like proud statements like, my man is a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. So, like, do men sometimes do the same thing with their guys and talk about their ladies?
I think men who respect their women less do that. They talk about not necessarily like their occupation and things like that, but like how they look.
No, but I mean like about anything, like, oh, like, yeah, my lady's yeah, like she's going to school or something. So, like, yeah, you saying men don't do that? Like, you don't have to, like, brag. Like, not... Women, I think women obviously probably talk more in depth about it. Like, oh, yeah, like, whatever, he's going to school for this, X, Y, and Z, and he's doing this or whatever. and whatever, we just exchange conversation. Men don't say anything like that with their friends. Like, oh yeah, like you could say talking to one of your friends, like, yeah, Shayla right now is doing this or whatever. Like, you're just proud that I'm doing it, not talking about it in a bragging way, but you're just saying, like, yeah, my lady is doing whatever. Like, men don't do that when they talk about, y'all don't talk about your ladies at all.
I don't think we do that a lot.
No, I'm not saying a lot, but ever.
It does happen, but I think from what I've experienced is rare.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a rare thing. I feel like our wives and what they're doing doesn't come up in conversation too often. I don't know exactly why. I can't give a reason on why. But yeah, conversations usually don't go there. And I'm thinking not even just, like, I'm also trying to recall my past like group of friends and everything.
Yeah, because you keep talking about current.
But that's why my first answer when I was thinking of more in the past when I said men who don't respect their women as much, just like talk about how they look and stuff like that. But other than that, I would say it's rare because it's either rare or I'm not collecting as much memory as I actually have.
Oh, interesting. So y'all don't talk about your women at all?
I didn't say that. Rare isn't at all.
All right, so I had a question and I can't think of what it was.
And plus,
What?
hold on, because currently my group of friends, we all know each other's wives, and like everyone sees each other pretty regularly, so it's like if one of their wives is doing something, I would already know.
Oh, so how do guys want to be corrected without hurting your ego? Like, especially if it's like a sensitive discussion or matter.
Have a tone like, I'm gonna walk with you. Not, I'm already there and you need to catch up. We don't want to seem like we're being barked orders at. Shout out to another one of my boys. You know
All
who
right,
you
next
are.
question.
There needs to be respect in, not saying it like in a demanding way, but a big thing with men is respect. Like, we must see, sense, and hear the respect and know the respect in what's being said.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
That's funny.
Shout out to the sergeant.
What are you talking about? Does her past matter?
Oh yeah, people be lying. Talking about her past don't mean a thing to me. She could have been doing anything in the world, but when she with me, it's all cool, baby. Nah, that junk run through your head. Like, that junk run through your head. It really do.
Oh boy.
It's like, say if you go out with a girl and you marry a girl who was like a literal prostitute.
You said a little prostitute?
Literal.
Oh, literal. Oh.
What?
That's what I was like, what? A little prostitute.
So,
okay.
Say she was literally a prostitute, right? You marry her and everything, and you're like, you know about it. It's even worse if you don't know about it. But, and you know about it, and you choose to still love her anyway, right? Which is a good thing to love.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a good thing to
like,
love. Sorry, that just sound funny, go ahead.
Yeah. So, but the whole thing with dealing with her past is still like a process, I think, especially when being that she was a prostitute, you keep running into men that she's had sexual relations with. And it's like awkward constantly, and then it re-brings stuff up in your mind. Now you have to constantly get over that, but until you get to a point where it's just like it doesn't affect you, if it ever does get to that point, you have to constantly deal with that each time it comes up. So, in that sense, I think the past matters because it affects the relationship in some type of way. But there's also a way where the past doesn't matter, with like what I said, like she's no longer a prostitute, thank God. And then, like say she gets saved and everything, and what?
Right.
Oh, so say she gets saved and everything, and God is turning her life around. In that sense, He's forgiven her, and He's not holding her in account to her past. And you, especially if you decide to be her husband, shouldn't do that either. You shouldn't hold her past against her. So yeah, that's my answer.
So it's like a 50-50?
There's an overarching and an undertone, I guess. I don't really know if that made sense just now.
Yeah.
But the overarching thing is, if she's changed, it doesn't matter. And the thing that's under the umbrella or the overarching theme is there are things that still have to be dealt with as they come up. But overall,
we get it.
It doesn't matter.
Her presence.
Because you've chosen to.
Well, her present life, she's a new person, a new creation, indeed. But her past still affects the present sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, so...
What? That wasn't the last one?
One bonus question. This is literally the last one. So, is sex always on guys' mind, or is that a stereotype?
89% of the time is not a stereotype.
What? Is it a stereotype or it is not? What?
It's like, nah. I think it is a stereotype. But it depends on the type of dude.
What do you mean?
There are dudes who are constantly thinking about sex. I think a majority of dudes. That's a tough question.
Always?
No, not always.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
the question
no.
was, do men always think about sex? Or...
But I think with the always, I don't think when somebody asks that question, I don't think it's literal, because obviously you're not.
Yeah, is sex always on guys' mind?
Literally, no.
No.
It's a stereotype, but it's not true. Even though majority of guys do.
Why?
Almost always have that on their mind.
Why? So you at work, you thinking about sex?
No. I'm thinking about getting a job done.
That's what I'm saying. You said almost all the time.
I said majority of guys. Majority of guys think that.
All the time. That don't make sense.
No, nobody thinks it all the time. That was my main thing why I said the answer is no. That it's a stereotype.
I saw other people, other men say no, it's not always on their mind. A lot, a handful.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, I don't know. I think it's unrealistic. I think that's with anybody. You said most guys. You said what?
A lot of guys think about it a lot, but that's mainly because that's like their main goal. Kind of like,
everywhere.
I have to get money, get women, and get clout. Like, if their main focus is clout, they ain't thinking about sex as much. While they thinking about how they gonna get paid, they ain't, unless they're a pimp, they're not thinking of sex like that. But if they go to a party and they're like, oh yeah, we leaving out here with a girl or whatever.
Why? Because somebody's single.
Then that's like
thinking that
constantly on their head. Like, how can I achieve this?
Yeah.
But if you have other focuses, because there's a lot of dudes that be out there like, I'm about my money, man. Forget a girl.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So it's like, sex obviously isn't always on their mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like I had something else to say, but I forgot.
I don't know.
I've been looking at you a lot and not the camera.
Yeah, so.
Hello, camera.
That was a cool
Say
little
no.
thing. You could probably do me next.
Okay. I'm coming with 1,000 questions.
No, I don't know. I'm going to count the questions. I don't even know how many there were.
Rapid fire, too.
But.
I want elaborate answers in 3
quick,
seconds or less.
Quick,
elaborate,
yes,
though.
no, because I'm not into that.
No,
period.
I need elaboration.
That was it. I'm not into that.
Period is not an elaboration.
I'm not into that. All right, guys. So that pretty much wraps up our video for today in our podcast, The Jointed. Stay tuned for next week. We are sorry for the delay, but
episode 327.
I think and I believe this is episode 5.
This episode 326.
If I am not mistaken.
She mistaken. 326. It's like, nah.
But yeah, we're gonna try to get this up for you guys as soon as possible. And you guys stay tuned for the next video.
And remember, we been appointed for this. We may bend but never break. We been joined for this. Yeah.
So you know. Oh, yeah, we have a new intro, guys. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure you comment and like.
And we're getting a second head of lettuce. It's like
what?
A second set of headphones.
Anyway, hold it.
Yeah. We out.
Peace.
Ciao.
I'm holding ya, I'm only gon' bless you, not tempt you to what offends you. And may God put up your temple, rebuild you, what he can kindle's amazing. May ship you where you're meant to be, a gift to a million. Start at home, where your heart is, make it strong.